you ever feel drained after helping someone, as if your kindness is being taken for granted? It could be that you're being manipulated. In today's video, we're revealing 7 signs that someone is using you. From ignoring your boundaries to playing the victim, these signs are crucial to recognize to protect yourself from being taken advantage of. Stay tuned to learn how to spot these manipulative behaviors and what you can do about it. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more insights. Sign number 1. Constantly asking for favors. When someone constantly asks you for favors, it can be one of the first signs that you are being manipulated. This behavior often starts small, with seemingly innocuous requests that don't appear harmful or demanding. However, as time progresses, the frequency and magnitude of these requests can increase, slowly pulling you into a cycle of dependency where the other person begins to rely heavily on your willingness to help. This can evolve into a one-sided relationship where your needs and desires are continually overshadowed by the other person's demands. The danger of this behavior lies not just in the frequency of requests, but also in the subtle ways it can manipulate your feelings. Individuals who exploit others this way are often adept at identifying generous and kind-hearted people who find it hard to say no. They may use compliments, flattery, or even emotional guilt trips as tools to ensure you feel obligated to assist them. Over time, this can lead to a significant imbalance in the relationship, where you are giving much more than you receive. What makes this particularly manipulative is how these individuals make you feel that denying a request would make you a bad friend or a selfish person. They might play on your emotions by highlighting how their needs are urgent or portraying themselves in desperate situations where only you can help. This tactic not only ensures their needs are met, but also keeps you within an emotional trap, where saying no might trigger feelings of guilt or fear of conflict. This behavior is often coupled with a lack of reciprocity. The person asking for favors rarely, if ever, returns them. You might find yourself always the giver, never the receiver, which can drain your emotional and physical resources. Recognizing this pattern is crucial. It's important to assess whether you're being valued in the relationship or merely used as a means to an end. Setting boundaries early on when you notice such patterns can help protect your well-being and ensure relationships are mutually respectful and supportive. Sign number 2. Only contacting you when they need something. One glaring sign that someone is using you is if they only reach out when they need something from you. This pattern often begins subtly, where interactions seem friendly, but gradually a trend emerges where every call or message coincides with a request or a favor. This behavior is manipulative because it exploits your goodwill for their gain, reducing your relationship to mere utility. The psychological impact of this manipulation is significant. It fosters a feeling of being valued only for what you can provide, not who you are. This can lead to a decrease in self-esteem, as you might start believing that your worth to others is purely transactional. Over time, this can affect your ability to trust others as you become wary of forming new relationships for fear of being used again. Moreover, this behavior creates an imbalance in the relationship. Healthy relationships involve give and take, where both parties benefit. However, when someone only contacts you when they need something, it becomes a one-sided interaction where your needs and wants are ignored. This imbalance is not just unfair, it signals a lack of genuine care and respect for you as an individual. Identifying this pattern is crucial. Pay attention to when and why people reach out to you. If you notice that interactions mostly happen when there's a request involved, it's a red flag. Protecting yourself from such manipulative behavior involves setting clear boundaries. Communicate your feelings about being used and be prepared to distance yourself if the behavior doesn't change. Taking action against being used doesn't mean you stop helping others. It means you value yourself enough to require a mutual and respectful relationship. By recognizing these signs and addressing them, you safeguard your emotional well-being and ensure your relationships are genuinely reciprocal and supportive. Sign number 3. Manipulating your emotions. Manipulating your emotions is a subtle yet powerful tactic used by those who might be exploiting you. This form of manipulation involves someone playing with your feelings to achieve their own goals, making you question your perceptions and reality. It can be done through guilt, shame, or even undue praise, depending on what reaction the manipulator is seeking. Often, emotional manipulators have a keen understanding of your insecurities and will use them against you. They might compliment you excessively when they need a favor, making you feel highly valued. Conversely, when you fail to meet their demands, they could resort to criticism or withdrawal of affection, which leaves you feeling obligated to make up for your perceived shortcomings. This push and pull creates a dynamic where you're constantly trying to stabilize your emotional state, all the while becoming more deeply entangled in the manipulator's web. The danger of emotional manipulation lies in its stealth. It often starts subtly. A small comment here, an overreaction there, until it becomes a pattern that's hard to escape. It's not just about causing you distress. It's about creating an imbalance of power where the manipulator holds control over your emotional well-being. They can make you feel unworthy or inadequate with just a few words. Then elevate you with praise, keeping your emotional state completely dependent on their actions and moods. Recognizing this pattern is crucial. Emotional manipulators often use your reactions to their advantage, portraying themselves as the victim whenever you attempt to confront them, which further complicates your ability to see the situation clearly. They thrive on chaos and use emotional disturbances to distract from their manipulative behaviors. Awareness and self-reflection are key defenses against emotional manipulation. Understanding your emotional triggers helps you to maintain control when someone attempts to push those buttons. Building self-esteem and setting clear boundaries are also vital, as they help you detach from the manipulator's influence and regain control of your emotional life. Sign number 4, taking credit for your work. When someone takes credit for your work, it's not just an infringement on your professional contributions. It's a significant indicator of manipulation. This behavior can manifest in various contexts, whether in a workplace, during group projects at school, or in any collaborative environment. The person may casually mention your ideas as their own during meetings, or may systematically report your progress under their name to supervisors. The impact of this action extends beyond just stealing the limelight. It can seriously hinder your career progression, as you may not be recognized or rewarded for your efforts and achievements. This form of manipulation often stems from the perpetrator's insecurity and ambition. They might feel inadequate about their capabilities and resort to appropriating your hard work to elevate their status or secure a position. Over time, this can create a toxic environment for you, where your motivation and job satisfaction diminish due to the lack of recognition and the unfairness you experience. Moreover, this behavior can escalate if not addressed. It might start with small tasks and, if unchecked, can lead to more significant projects or ideas being stolen. This escalation can severely affect your professional reputation and opportunities for advancement. It's crucial to recognize the signs early and take action. Documenting your work, communicating your contributions clearly in team settings, and sometimes discussing the issue with a trusted supervisor are effective strategies to safeguard your professional interests. On a broader scale, when someone regularly takes credit for others' work, it can damage the team's morale. It creates an atmosphere of mistrust and competition, which is counterproductive to collaborative success. Colleagues may become reluctant to share ideas freely, stifling creativity and innovation. This behavior, therefore, not only affects the individual from whom the credit is stolen, but also the overall health and output of the team or organization. Recognizing and addressing this issue is essential for fostering a fair and dynamic working environment. Sign number 5. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a manipulative tactic often used by people who want to gain power over someone else. It involves making you doubt your own reality, memories, and perceptions, leading to confusion and decreased self-esteem. When someone is gaslighting you, they might deny things that have happened, contradict your memories of events, or lie about past interactions. This can make you question your own sanity and can be incredibly isolating as it erodes trust in your own judgment. The process of gaslighting doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual buildup of seemingly minor incidents that add up over time. The manipulator may start with small lies or denials that seem insignificant but slowly become more frequent and significant. They might say things like, "You're remembering it wrong," or "I never said that." Over time, this continuous denial of reality makes you less confident in your own perceptions and more reliant on the manipulator to define what's true or false. This tactic is particularly harmful because it can affect all aspects of your life. It can impact your relationships with others as you become less confident in your interactions and more withdrawn, fearing that your perceptions might be incorrect. In a workplace setting, gaslighting can lead to decreased performance and job satisfaction, as you may constantly feel undermined and doubt your capabilities. Moreover, gaslighting can lead to significant emotional and psychological distress. Victims often experience anxiety, depression, and even symptoms of trauma due to the chronic stress of living in a manipulated reality. It's crucial to recognize these signs early and seek support from trusted friends, family, or professionals who can help reaffirm your perceptions and begin to rebuild your self-esteem. Understanding that gaslighting is a reflection of the manipulator's insecurities and desire for control, rather than any fault of your own, is essential. Recognizing the signs can empower you to take steps to distance yourself from the toxic situation and begin to heal from its effects. Sign number 6. Isolating you from others. Isolation from others is a significant sign that you might be manipulated. This tactic involves a person or group deliberately separating you from your support network, such as family and friends. By distancing yourself from others, the manipulator gains more control over your decisions and perceptions. They might start subtly, suggesting that certain people don't have your best interests at heart, or creating scenarios that lead to conflicts with others. Over time, these tactics increase in intensity, leading to a situation where you feel dependent solely on the manipulator for social interaction, advice, and validation. Manipulators often employ isolation as a means to weaken your defenses. Without feedback from a variety of sources, it becomes challenging to see the manipulator's intentions clearly. You may start to doubt your judgments and rely more on the manipulator, who often appears as a protector or the only one who truly understands you. This dependency deepens your bond with the manipulator, making it harder to break away from their influence. Isolation isn't always obvious and can be masked as genuine concern. A manipulator might argue that they are keeping you away from others to protect you from stress or conflict. However, the underlying motive is to make you more susceptible to their influence. They might monitor your communications, subtly or overtly discourage you from socializing, or criticize the people you care about until you begin avoiding them on your own. This strategy can have profound psychological effects, including loneliness, a decrease in self-esteem, and increased susceptibility to further manipulation. Recognizing this tactic is the first step towards regaining your independence. Awareness allows you to question changes in your social patterns and the motivations behind them, equipping you with the insight to seek help and re-establish your broader social connections. Reconnecting with your support network can provide the perspectives and emotional strength needed to detach from the manipulator's influence. Sign number 7, always borrowing money. When someone always seems to be borrowing money from you, it might initially seem like they're just in a tough spot. However, if this behavior becomes a pattern, it could be a red flag indicating manipulation. Constant borrowing can indicate that a person views you not as a friend, but as a financial resource. This situation often starts small, with minor requests for cash to cover seemingly urgent needs. Over time, these requests can become larger and more frequent, especially if you've shown a willingness to help without setting boundaries. The manipulative aspect of always borrowing money lies in how the borrower plays on your emotions. They may appeal to your sympathy by sharing sob stories or creating a sense of urgency that compels you to act immediately. The borrower might also praise your generosity, making you feel good about yourself whenever you lend them money, reinforcing the behavior. This cycle can continue indefinitely, with the borrower rarely, if ever, repaying the debts, thus exploiting your goodwill. Financial manipulation can strain not only your wallet, but also your mental and emotional well-being. It can lead to feelings of resentment and betrayal, especially as the realization dawns that the help you've offered is being abused. Furthermore, such situations can complicate or even damage your relationship with the borrower, making interactions awkward and fraught with tension. It's crucial to recognize when your generosity is being exploited to put a stop to it. Setting clear boundaries about money lending, such as defining how much you are willing to lend, under what circumstances, and expecting timely repayment, is essential. If the borrower reacts negatively to these boundaries, it further confirms their intent to manipulate. Remember, it's okay to say no to financial requests to protect your financial stability and personal relationships. Recognizing and responding to these patterns of behavior will help you maintain control over your financial decisions and personal interactions. That wraps up our exploration of the 7 signs that someone might be using you. Recognizing these behaviors is key to protecting yourself from manipulation and ensuring your relationships are healthy and reciprocal. If you've noticed any of these signs in your interactions, it might be time to reevaluate those relationships and set firmer boundaries. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more insightful content. Your support helps us continue to provide valuable information that can make a real difference in your life. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to turn on notifications to never miss a video from us.